Back with us here on Chartbusters, continuing with corporate conversations then. Genus Power has been in the news on the back of a spate of order wins, which has seen the company win contracts worth nearly 11,000 crore rupees recently, taking its total order book to over 32,000 crore rupees. To understand the order completion timelines and the outlook for the business, we are being joined by Jitendra Kumar Agarwal, who is the Joint Managing Director of Genus Power. Mr. Agarwal, good morning. Thank you so much for joining in. I'd like to start off by asking you about these orders that you have won recently, almost 11,000 crore worth of orders that you have won. What is the expected completion timeline for these orders, and what are the kind of margins that you are expected to generate from these orders on completion?
Good morning, guys. So, you rightly said the order book is 32,500 crores. So you have to break this order book into 4 parts. This order book includes all the SPVs and the platform. So the 11,000 crores which we have recently received is from Rajasthan. These all contracts are from Rajasthan. There were 9 contracts which we won. And in total, company has a 32,500 crore order book, out of which 2,500 crore is a typical supply orders what we have been doing from last 2 decades. And 30,000 is the order book from the AMISP orders. And these AMISP orders then are given to the platform. So 25% goes to the platform, 25% is the O&M, and 50% is the supply and installation. This is how we have to break this order book. So it is very important for everybody to understand that this order book is for 7 to 10 years, and this has to be broken in the right way.
And what are the kind of orders, now that you have won orders worth almost 11,000 crores this time in the recent past, in the say last 10-15 days, what are the kind of orders that you are anticipating for the rest of the financial year as well? Is there an order pipeline that you can quantify, and are there any further bids that you have made where you are L1 and projects like that? If you could quantify that for us.
So we are L1 in couple of bids, one in Punjab and one in Himachal. Beyond that, there are no much tenders which are going to happen in this financial year. So I'm not expecting any great orders book that is going to happen in this financial year.
Okay, all right. Hi, Mr. Agarwal. Good morning. Nigel on this side. Just want you to reiterate that 32,500 crores. You broke it up for us. I just missed that number. How much of it is the manufacturing part? How much of it is attributed to the JV?
So the whole 30 out of 32,500, 2,500 is the typical supply orders which we have been doing in the past. 30,000 comes from the AMISP, which goes to the platform. So now you have to break this 30,000 into 3 pieces. 50% is the supply and installation, which will happen in next 3 to 4 years. Remaining 25% is the O&M, which will happen in 7 to 10 years. And 25% is which remains with the platform. So this is how the order book needs to be broken up.
Okay, got it, sir. Thanks for that. Now for this year, the numbers are looking very, very large. What is the execution target that you have for this year? Both on the revenue front, I believe you were guiding. Last year you did around 1,200 crores, but this year you were talking about doubling those revenues. So what do you end this year with, and what kind of a sustainable margin should we work with?
So 2,500 crores is the guideline we have given, and we are definitely going to achieve that. So that remains same as on date. And the margins, we have been giving the guidelines of 15 to 16%. So it will be in the same range.
And this entire order book, by when can you execute it?
So as I said earlier, installation and supply will happen in 3 to 4 years, and remaining 6 to 7 years will be the O&M period. So total 8 to 10 years for this whole 30,000 crore order book of AMISP as on date.
Mr. Agarwal, with all of these orders that you are receiving, I'd want to ask you my question in 2 parts. You mentioned that you are L1 in a couple of projects in Punjab and one in Himachal, if I got that correctly. If you could give us that number as well, what is the size of those projects? And B, the second part of my question was, how is the working capital cycle shaping up for the company now after these orders that are coming in?
So first is, these are around 3 million meters, around 1 million in Himachal and around 2 million in Punjab. So that is what we are expecting in next 5 to 6 months. Let's see how it shapes up. And working capital wise, since most of this business has moved to the platform, and with platform we have a very good working capital cycle. So over the period in next 6 to 12 months, you will see the working capital cycle of Genus improving significantly. Because right now we are dealing directly with the electricity boards, where our working capital cycle is generally very long. Once these orders are moved to the platform, and then the supply happens to the utility and payment is made by the platform, the working capital cycle of the company will significantly improve in the next 6 to 12 months.
By how much? Quantify it. In the next 6 to 12 months, it improves to what?
Whatever the stage it is today, it will be around 140 to 150 days. So currently it is much more than that.
Okay, so it moves to 140 to 150 days, right? And currently, I think it's 250 days plus, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And
All
that
right.
side it will improve significantly.
All right. Before we focus back on the fundamentals, the promoter entity had sold a small stake. What's happening there, sir? Do they plan on selling some more stake? One wouldn't blame you. Actually, in the last 3-4 years, the stock is up 10 times. But investors will want to know, is the promoter only coming and cashing out a little bit more? So do you all have plans? Point number one. And point number two, the trust has close on 10% stake in the company, right? As of now. And that money, whenever you all sell those shares, will come back to the company itself. Could you clarify on both these two aspects?
Absolutely. So first thing is, it was just we wanted a very good investor to come in the company portfolio. So you will see this has gone to a very reputed investor fraternity. So that is the only reason the promoter went ahead, and because they wanted a larger chunk. So there was no other way than the promoter has to come into the market. Second thing, this trust shares, the money will always come back to the company. These are held by that company itself, and that is why we have kept them. If at all, whenever we need some cash in the company to do the capex, we don't need to go to the debt market. We always want to maintain a net debt zero situation, which we have been maintaining from last many years. So that is why these are going to help the company only, if at all it is needed to.
10% is worth 1,300 crores. Maybe you'll have a higher number in mind. You know, very fact that y'all have not yet sold the shares. Got it, but you didn't clarify. Promoter will sell more or no? It's done.
No, promoters, I don't think so. We are going to sell more. This was also a very specific case we did that.
One final question, Mr. Agarwal, very quickly. You've forayed into a whole host of new businesses, be it smart water management, ultrasonic water meters. What is the kind of addressable market that you're seeing right now? And is there been a pickup in ordering activity in this? If you could quantify that very quickly for us, sir.
So we are a metering company. We are basically a measurement and communication company. And right now we are primarily focusing on the electricity, and then we move to gas. And now the third venture we are starting is the water meters. And we got a very good break. And if you see the utilities across the globe, they are all water, gas, and electricity are generally combined. To assist our international market, we entered into the water meter segment, which we are seeing will become very large even in the Indian context in the next 4 to 5 years. So it is going to be a long gestation, but yes, in the next 4 to 5 years, this will become a significant market for us.
Got it. Okay, all right, Mr. Agarwal. Appreciate you joining in. Wishing you all the best. Thanks a lot for speaking to us here on CNBC TV18. We look forward to chatting up with you post the quarterly numbers yet again. For the time being, though, we'll slip into a short break. On the other side, we'll get you more on markets and stock-specific action. Don't go anywhere.